Hey y'all, welcome to the Conservative Poet with me, Amania. I am so excited that you are here today. I'm actually excited about this video that we're making today. We are talking about Vivek Ramaswamy, presidential candidate 2024. So, if you're interested in seeing how that conversation goes, let's go. And if you're interested to learn a little bit more about him, we're going to dive all up into his business. So let's do it. So, if you haven't been paying attention, we have a new man on the scene by the name of Vivek Ramaswamy who is running for president. He looks like he's gonna give them all a run for their money. I don't think they saw him coming. Nobody saw him coming, but he's here and he's doing very well in the numbers and the polls. As a matter of fact, I believe he's pretty much on top of Governor Ron DeSantis. Let's go and get to know Vivek Ramaswamy. So here we are on Mr. Vivek's page, Truth. Now, I've been seeing him around with Truth on there, so I'm thinking he wants to keep things truthful and transparent, something that's lacking in the political scene. So let us take a little look-see at who this man is. Truths. We hold these truths to be sacred and undeniable. Thomas Jefferson. Let's go and see the truths that Vivek Ramaswamy believes to be sacred and undeniable. Truths. So we're going to go through the list of Vivek Ramaswamy's truths. So he's got 10 on there. God is real. Now, right off the bat, he's putting God first. You know they're going to hate him for that. You know they're going to hate him. God is real. There are two genders? What? You know they're going to hate him for that. Two genders. Human flourishing requires fossil fuels. The climate activists, they ain't gonna like that one. Oh, we forgot to mention the two genders. The alphabet ain't gonna like that one. And God is real, the Democrats ain't gonna like that one. Reverse racism is racism. Nah, friend, it's only for blacks. That's the only people that can be, what is it? Who can be victims of racism. Whites can't be victims of racism. It's only blacks that can be victims of racism. So right there, the blacks are coming for you. An open border is no border. What do you mean? Secure the border. Nah, friend, we need everybody pouring into this country. What you talking about, Willis? An open border is no border. Oh yeah, they gonna come for you for that. Parents determine the education of their children. What you talking about, friend? The government owns your children. The government owns your children. Yeah, they ain't gonna like that one. The nuclear family is the greatest form of governance known to mankind. Nah, B. It's single mothers and two daddies and two mommies. And yeah, that's the nuclear family. That's how they look at it. So you know the LGBTQ and the Democrats ain't gonna like you for that one because they don't want the nuclear family. They want everybody alone and relying on the government. Capitalism lifts people up from poverty. Nah, they tell you, nah, man, trying to have your own business, that's not good for you. No, that's no good. Trying to do your own thing, trying to, do your little hustle, get yourself together. Nah, that ain't good for you. You need to have socialism. That's what's good for you. You need to let us keep you in the Section 8 housing. That's what's good for you. We need to give you more food stamps. That's what's good for you. Capitalism? Nah, you don't need that. You don't need your own money. We'll give you money. There are 3 branches of the U.S. government, not 4. Yeah, that's true. And who would be the 4th one? Is it the FBI, the DOJ, all the rest of them? Who would be the 4th branch of government? I'm not sure. The U.S. Constitution is the strongest guarantor of freedom in history. Yeah, we're going to have to dismantle that U.S. Constitution. It was made up by a whole bunch of white men, a whole bunch of old white men. Nah, that's no good. We're going to have to fix that. So, this is who Vivek Ramaswamy is. These are his truths. And you know what? I think the American people would agree with him about these truths. And I'm glad he has the gumption to stand up to say that. Let's see what else he's got. Our American national identity. So I'm going to play this. I hope that the video version of this works. I'm going to play it, but if it doesn't, I may have to edit it out. I'm having some serious issues screen recording, and it's probably been one of the reasons I haven't been doing any videos, because it's extremely frustrating.
We're in the middle of a national identity crisis. Faith, patriotism, and hard work have disappeared, only to be replaced by new secular religions like COVIDism, climatism, and gender ideology. We hunger to be part of something bigger than ourselves, yet we cannot even answer the question of what it means to be an American. Today, the woke left preys on that vacuum. They tell you that your race, your gender, and your sexual orientation govern who you are, what you can achieve, and what you're allowed to think. This is psychological slavery, and that has created a new culture of fear in our country that has completely replaced our culture of free speech in America. And that is why today I am announcing my run for President of the United States. This isn't just a political campaign. This is a cultural movement to create a new American dream for the next generation. To me, the American dream means you believe in merit, that you get ahead in this country not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and your contributions. It means you believe the people who we elect to run the government are the ones who actually run the government, not a federal bureaucracy that grows like a national cancer that is now metastasizing to the private sector. It means that the best ideas win instead of getting censored. It means you don't have to choose between speaking your mind freely and putting food on the dinner table. It means you believe these ideals form the backbone of the greatest nation on earth, that the rest of the world still looks up to as its example, not the Soviet Union in the last century, and not communist China in this one either. That is the new American dream. Ask yourself if you believe in these ideals. I think most of you do. I think most of you believe your neighbors do too, though you can't be sure because you don't feel free to talk about it anymore. You might disagree with each other about corporate tax rates or about whether ivermectin treats COVID, but those are details. We still agree on our nation's most fundamental principles. At least most of us do. Yet the goal of the ruling party in this country is to convince us that we are divided. Why? So they can accumulate more power for themselves. Well, you know what? I have a dream that we can be one people again. We have obsessed so much over our diversity and our differences that we forgot all the ways we're really just the same as Americans, bound together by a common set of ideals that brought together a divided, diverse, headstrong group of people 250 years ago. And I believe deep in my bones that those ideals still exist, and I am running for president to revive them. E pluribus unum. From many, one. That is the dream that won the American Revolution. That is the dream that reunited us after the Civil War. That is the dream that won us 2 world wars and the Cold War. That is the dream that still gives hope to the free world today. And if we can revive that dream over fractious group identity, then nobody in the world, not a nation, not a corporation, not a virus, is going to defeat us. That is what American exceptionalism is all about. And that is what we will need to revive to save this great nation.
There you have it. The reason the man, Vivek, is running for office. American exceptionalism. I believe it. I believe in his cause. I believe in what he's saying. I believe he can really make some moves in this election. I don't believe that he will win, but I believe that he has a point, and I believe that he is going to do some great things. He may not be president in this cycle, in 2024, but I can see him taking that realm someday. I can see him taking that helm someday and running this country, because he's amazing. I think he's pretty amazing, and I think he's going to give Ron DeSantis a run for his money. This man is articulate, he's personable, he's interesting, and I think he's going to do great things. And, he's funny and relaxed. He's been all over the internet lately. And if you haven't seen some of the videos, you need to go and check them out. Now, one video that he did recently with the Breakfast Club, he went on there and they weren't so kind to Mr. Vivek. They didn't like him too much. They were very angry. Everybody on the set, all of them seemed to be, arrogant and all of this. And he was just chill. And, they asked him questions and he answered questions. And, he was really attacked by one of the women on that show. I mean, I don't watch that. I don't participate in the Breakfast Club, so I don't know. The only one I know is the god, Charlemagne. He's the only one I really keep up with, and only because he would every now and then drop truth bombs about the Democrats and what they're doing to black people, but yet he, they still vote Democrat. So that's how I don't really listen to the Breakfast Club, so I don't know anything about them really. And so there was this woman on there, and she was just asking him stupid, dumb questions. Oh, what kind of service did you do in high school? And he says, well, I haven't really done too much, but this is what I've done. Here's my record. I've done, all these great things. I have billion-dollar companies. I've done all these things. That's not what we're asking. What did you do when you were, 16 years old? Were you were you class president? Were you, in the Glee Club? You collect stamps? Exactly. What did you do? So those were the things that this one was insane. And, at one point, one of the men on the show, he interrupted and said, yo, you need to let her talk. She needs to make her point. And this woman had no point to make. It was bizarre. But I don't have that footage. I'm not going to go and search for it again. I'm having problems with audio, so I'm not going to do all of that. But I'm sure it's out there on the internet world. You guys can find it. Vivek and the Breakfast Club. Just put that in, and that video will come up from somebody. So that's Vivek, and I want to get back into his website a little and play around a little bit more with it and see what else we can see about him. That video was powerful. Very powerful. Right now, it's Christmas in July. Please help me to get 10,000 subscribers by Christmas. It would be the best present that I could ever receive, knowing that I am truly helping and reaching people out there in the world. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Policy visions. America First 2.0, Vivek's 25 policy commitments to take America first further than Trump. Yo, he's saying he's going to go further than Trump. To put America first, we must first rediscover that what America is. That's what America First 2.0 is all about. Vivek is tackling the most pressing issues facing America today, from reviving our national identity to unleashing our economy and declaring independence from communist China. Vivek vision is focused on national revival. Oh my God, revival, not just national revival, but a spiritual revival also. Yes, yes, yes. Not a national divorce. Oh man, he wants the country to marry. Yes, America First didn't start in 2016. It started in 1776. Nice. That requires moral authority, not just vengeance and grievances. Vivek is doing it without apology with his 25 policy commitments. So these are the policies? Oh my goodness. Is this it? Number 1, revive American national identity. This is good. This is definitely, let's see what he says. Use the military, including drones, to secure our southern border. Good. End affirmative action. Appeal Lyndon Johnson Executive Order 11246. So he's halfway there. Affirmative action is done. So they say. Protect American children. Ban addictive social media under age 16 and gender confusion care for minors. Make political expression a civil right and end unlawful DEI indoctrination. Withhold federal funding for cities that refuse to protect Americans from violent crimes. That's just number 1. I want to go through all 25 and see what it's all about with Vivek Ramaswamy. So we are going to go through Vivek Ramaswamy's website, and we're going to look at these 25 policies that he is running on. And so let us get into that. So here is Vivek's 25 policies. Revive American history, national identity. I absolutely agree with this one. This is where it starts. You first have to learn about America and learn about her desires, her needs, her wants, and how it began and how she started in order to love her. You know, she's made a lot of mistakes, but we've got to revive her culture, her needs, her wants. We've got to revive America. And we've got to find out exactly who she is, because again, if you don't know somebody, it's like your children. If you don't really know your children, I mean, you know them, you bought them, but if you don't know each other, you can't communicate, you can't connect. Same thing with friends. If you can't connect with somebody, you can't really, be friends with them. You can't really do these things. So you've got to learn them and you've got to connect. And so this is where we need to do. We need to revive our love for the country by getting to know her. And so I love this policy. And he's got that at number 1. So I'm very glad to see that. And then let's see, number 2. Unleash the American economy. Achieve 5% GDP growth. Drill, 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 baby. We've got oil in Texas. Okay? That's a line I made up we were at a rally during the early Biden time. And so we were out there protesting, drill, drill, drill. We got oil in Texas. Drill, drill, drill. We got oil in Texas. And so that stayed with me. That was a little fun thing. So unleash the economy. Okay. Drill, frack, burn coal. Abandon the climate cult and unshackle nuclear energy. I love that. I love it. Put Americans back to work, dismantle Lyndon B. Johnson failed Great Society. Incentivize trade schools over hollow college degrees. Sorry, gender studies majors. Launch derogatory Reagan 2.0 revolution cult, 75% headcount amongst U.S. regulatories. Limit the U.S. Fed scope, stabilize the dollar, and nothing more. Oh, I like gold, friend. I like silver. I like gold and silver. I don't know about that one. I like gold and silver, but I like the dollar too. Declare independence from communist China. How are we going to do that? Hopefully, he's bringing manufacturing back. Bring it all back. Hold the CCP accountable for COVID-19. Yes, that's definite. That's number one. Achieve semiconductor independence, secure our modern way of life. Stop CCP affiliates from buying American land. Yep, gotta stop that. Use our military to enable Mexican drug cartels, to alienate Mexican drug cartels, defend against the CCP opium war. Ban U.S. businesses from expanding in China until the CCP stops cheating. These are very good. Why not? Why not? Dismantle managerial bureaucracy. Shut down toxic government agencies. Department of Education, off with your necks. FBI, off with your necks. IRS, and rebuild from scratch when required. I like that. End civil service protections for bureaucracies, 8-year term limits instead. Eliminate federal employee unions. Repeal JFK's Executive Order 10988. Move 75% of federal employees out of DC and end pro-lazy remote work options. Yo, he is beastly. Cut waste expenditures. Yeah. White House, not individual agencies, will submit budget requests to Congress. Yeah, I like that. Yo, he ain't playing, B. End weaponization of government and financial markets. Pardon defendants of politicized prosecution. Trump, Mackey, and peaceful January 6 protesters. Yeah. Pardon the J6 protesters. Hold Congress accountable for hush money fund. Taxpayers should not subsidize sexual misconduct. Who are we talking about here? Sexual misconduct in the Congress? Who's doing naughty things to children in the Congress? Rescind Biden's ESG rule for retirement funds. Get politics out of corporate America and capital markets. Yeah, that has to happen. We can't move along. Look at Bud Light. Look at them. Look at Target. Look at them. Look at Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, it's ridiculous. Corporate America getting involved in the politics. It's not good business. So I'm glad for that. Oppose CBD's fight all plans for digital currency. A dangerous scheme. Oppose CBDC. Fight all plans for digital currency and dangerous scheme for government control over our bank accounts. Yes, yes. I mean, all this stuff is amazing. I love it. So this is his 20. Yeah. I don't know about you, friends, but I'm very excited for Vivek Ramaswamy. I can't even wait for the rallies to start, B. I mean, I was excited for Trump rallies to start. And I'm excited for the rallies period to start. But you know me, I'm a Trump girl, but this man is enticing me. I'm like, I want to know more about you. I want to know about what you got planned for us. I want to know about the adventures that we're getting ready to have. Like, yeah, he's seductive, right? We love the conversation. We love the talk. So I'm excited for Vivek Ramaswamy. I want to see what he does. I want to see how this campaign goes. I can't wait for him to come to Florida because I will be there with bells on. Just like I can't wait for Trump to start rallies here in our area. And I will be there with bells on too. Can't say the same for DeSantis though. Though I love our great governor, I can't say I'll be there with bells on. I'll be there, but I may be in my Trump gear. Or dare I even purchase Vivek gear? Interesting. We'll see how that go. We are headed into 2024, and I'm excited because I'm going to be on the ground having a hell of a good time with these rallies in this election in 2024. So get ready, friends. I may see you there. And if we're there, make sure we say hi because I will be there. So that is Vivek Ramaswamy. And I say, look at him, hear what he has to say. And though I don't believe he will become president this cycle, but I believe he's got what it takes to become president in another cycle. And he is going to give Ron DeSantis a run for his money at that time. This year, this time, 2024, this is Trump world. This is Trump country. This is Trump nation. This is Trump's time. He needs another turn. The first turn, it was a joke. He got a lot done, but it was a joke because he had to battle the media, the press, the Democrats every single day. He got a lot done, but it was too much. And the second turn, they stole it by cheating. And so now here we are for another turn. And he won't have another shot. This is it. So I'm all day Trump. And I know Vivek is young. He's younger than DeSantis. He's a millennial. So we know one day he will take the Oval. And DeSantis will take the Oval too one day. But right now, this is Trump's time. And that's who I'm supporting for this election. So, in any event, friends, that's the video. Thank you all so much for watching. And by the way, thank you for subscribing and sharing the video. And every video that I do, thank you all for your comments because it really does help. And please make sure you check out the website, Orlando Patriot, for my gear, my products, and so on. So that's orlandopatriot.com. And there is a 30% off, and the coupon code is Trump 2024. Thank you.